I'm not gonna lie, there was definitely a few times I thought about leaving this early. Yeah. Before we get started with this video, I just want to say, thank you for 2,000. I know I haven't, like, said any of that earlier, but I don't know what else to say other than thank you so much, so I'll think of something. And if we do get 2,500 before the end of this year, I would love it. I would love it a lot. Also, in case you were wondering, if I, for some reason, talk strange on accident, that might just be because of the fact that, my throat kind of hurts a little bit. I recently had a huge runny nose over the past few weeks, I think, so I might sound weird. Anyways, like I said, I know it wasn't too long since I said, or I was talking about the Splatoon GMOD and SFM community, and how it's kind of in this weird flat line. I know that wasn't too long ago, and I know I said that I wasn't planning to leave anytime soon, but, not that I'm saying I am leaving, I'm just saying that I did have thoughts on leaving. Multiple times, actually. And it's mostly because of many reasons that, I felt like we're starting to get a lot more clear and should have been obvious to some of you guys. No, not to some of you guys, to literally everyone out there. And to even some of you guys that are in the GMOD/SFM Splatoon community. And all that stuff. So anyways, I'm just gonna start out with this one quote from this username, I think his name is, Benji W. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong, but that's what I'm guessing his name is. But this is basically what I'm summing up of what he said as a quote. But yeah. Quote, "The GMOD/SFM Splatoon community is a group of people with their own kind of weird behavior. And where everyone is different." End quote.
The Splatoon community is, from my point of view, a community that includes a lot of different people that all behave differently. Yes, some of them don't behave the way they should do. Their behavior is either insanely childish, pathetic, dangerous, silly, or terrifying.
But basically what I'm trying to kind of point out there is, the fact that the GMOD/SFM Splatoon community seems to, like he said, seems to have their own behavior. Some are childish, some have anger issues, some are confusing, some want attention, and some are men-children, actually, not men-child. That's not, honestly, that's a word. And mostly, I don't want to name out anyone who does show off these kind of behaviors, but I'm just saying to those who do, by any chance, that's why I'm thinking of just leaving the Splatoon community. Sometimes I get the feeling that, once you get popular, everyone forcefully wants to stick with you, and stick with you in a way that I actually don't like it. I'm not sure how to basically, give it a description to make it sound more clear, but it's like, think of it like this. Claudes, or aka Lizzie Ratsicle, who recently joined our new Discord server, she, I think, has said some stuff about how, there's a lot of people that are trying to get her attention. And that's kind of going with the same with me. I know there is definitely a large number of people I think I know that have been really, really desperately trying to get the attention from Claudes, and sometimes me as well. And I'm not gonna lie, it really does get on my nerves, and I can definitely see why it would get on Claude's nerves by any chance. Because it's like, I don't know. And another thing I want to point out is the anger issues. Now, Ten Raymond, if you're watching this video, this does not go out to you, I'm just saying. Like I said, I'm not gonna point out any names, but I'm just gonna say this. Kind of like how Omega was, just take a note of was, in the past, of how he had anger issues, and that when people made him angry, he would act very violent and racist to them. There are some others I feel like kind of do the same thing. Like, they're different, of course, from Omega, but when you somehow release that anger from them, they start to get really violent. And like I said, I don't want to point out any names of who I'm thinking of, but I'm just saying, for those of you out here who are watching this and who do have anger issues, try your hardest to control it. Trust me, I know what it's like to be angry, and I know what it's like to be violent. And trust me, being violent gets you literally nowhere. If anything, it makes everything worse. And everyone knows that there's pretty much no such thing as a thing that everyone literally likes. Because, for example, Sonic. I mean, we could point out Sonic. I know I like Sonic. I think he's pretty cool, man. But we kind of had this time where we knew a few people who don't like Sonic. Maybe even Mario. I know that I like Mario. I love Mario by a lot, and I think there are actually a few people that I've seen on the internet that actually don't like Mario, which is pretty crazy. We can obviously say for Splatoon. Splatoon definitely has a number of people that, you know, people like it, people don't like. One of them that people that don't like Splatoon is Video Game Donkey somehow, which is kind of funny. Also, let's bring up the fact that Jesus is also on the list as well, because if everyone liked Jesus, he would still be alive, I think. But anyways, getting that out of the way, let's also focus on another thing. So, after the whole Heavy was exposed and all that stuff, and we were finally able to put him in rest, months later, everyone started exposing someone by the name of Ellie Gadelia, which, to my surprise, kind of made everything worse at this point. Because while we were blaming Heavy and kind of Omega for the harassment that was brought to Ellie, we were all fooled into thinking that Ellie was 100% innocent. Well, turns out Ellie is not 100% innocent, like everyone else. Maybe even me. I mean, who knows? Maybe I could be doing something on the weekends, and you may never know what I'm doing. Which, I won't tell you. But there's just a lot of things that are going on that kind of feel like everything's just getting out of order at this point. Because after I now mentioned of how the Splatoon community, specifically for GMOD and SFM, is going at this weird flat line, now all of a sudden we're back to escalating downward. And I don't know what to say. There's a lot of people that are leaving. The community is just feeling like it's getting a little bit more toxic every month, every week, every day, every hour, and it just becomes an annoyance. And like I said, I don't want to nitpick any names. I'm just saying, for those of you out there who think is on my list, make a change of some sort if you want me to stay. Now anyways, like I said, that is just what I'm saying. This is more like a rant rather than a full-blown attack. Even though that actually doesn't make any sense. What? Basically, this is more of just a rant of my thoughts of leaving the Splatoon GMOD/SFM community. And if I do somehow leave, I'll definitely say this. The story that I'm writing for my animations will come to an end until it comes to an end. Which means that if I've actually finished it, then that'll be the end of the story. And if for some reason I do leave during the time I finish it, then what you guys are going to get is no longer any GMOD/SFM Splatoon stuff anymore. And yeah, you're more just going to get Super Smash Bros. Ultimate stuff. But anyways, guys, hope you understand me. For those of you who are who are into the categories of what I was nitpicking about, then I hope you make some change for that. Because just saying, if you're gonna have a strange type of behavior that's gonna be childish, that's gonna be attention seeking, that's gonna be having anger issues, that's gonna be, or if you're an adult and you're acting like a child, or any other thing that might match up to something, please change it, because I don't want to hang out with people that turns out might actually lead to more toxicity, if that's even a word. Anyways, guys, those are just my thoughts. Like I said, I'm not leaving, but I'm not leaving yet. I don't guarantee I'm going to stay. I can definitely assure you there might be a time where I will leave, but I just don't know when. And when I do leave, once I am done doing Gears My animation, it's done. You'll get no longer anymore. And I'm just going to give you only Splatoon and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate gameplay from there on out. And, yeah. So anyways, I'll see you guys later. Take care. What am I gonna do?